The biggest regret you could ever make is not trying something. Trying food that looks a little bit weird, traveling to that one place you've always wanted to go. Regrets are where confidence washed away and the wave of opportunity passed. The problem with trying anything new is that it's uncomfortable. It throws off balance, makes you vulnerable, and for a second, you're not the main character anymore. And that fear of discomfort is everywhere, even in the car scene. We stopped experimenting, stopped building just for the fun of it. And what used to happen at 60, which is getting set in our own ways, now happens at 20. Last month, a car show was shut down because of a mob mentality. Track shutdowns are up 20% and are being forfeited because of noise complaints. Small meets that used to thrive are disappearing because event insurance has nearly doubled since 2019. And everywhere I seem to look, things only seem to get more divided and less human. So we need a break from cars, a break from the noise. So we're in a place where you and I have never been, Boseman, Montana. Our pickup vehicle is a truck, not a sports car. Where we're staying isn't a Four Seasons, but a cabin. And what we're doing isn't drifting or a car show, it's disconnecting, all in hopes to answer the question of if the car community has a problem.
Nice! That's it, go right towards Becca. Stay left, go towards Becca.
This trip came to us from Toyota USA, the old folks that I would argue are probably the undisputed kings of their lineup right now. Initially, we were invited to take you guys onto a track day, but after everything that's happened recently, I said no. So then they asked if we wanted to try something different, overlanding. For a week, we were gonna spend some time in new Toyotas, learning how to climb rocks and fly fish, practice axe throwing, and going off-road. To be honest, I was a bit nervous on if you'd even want to go. I know you spend more time with me when we sit in the shop and talk about car news or explore motorsports at Petit. I thought maybe we could at least give it a shot. Make us both a bit uncomfortable to see if we'd enjoy it. And let me just say, if you've never been to Montana before, like I haven't, wow, it's gorgeous. The mountains and fields of the state are polarizing between fields of yellow grass and green pines. The internet is ridiculously inconsistent, and for the first time in the world, billboards aren't plaguing the highway every quarter mile. But what do Toyotas and overlanding have to do with the car community? I mean, it is a bit of a stretch, but if you're making dinner, I think we can connect the two and help anyone who's feeling a bit bleh about the space, just like I am right now. So just hang with me. The week was simple. Learn about how Toyotas can get you wherever you need to go. The intention wasn't to talk about the features or the things you typically see me talk about in a video, but instead focus on all the incredible places we could go and how a stock Toyota could do that thing. That was the whole premise. And I love that idea. We don't do overlanding. We don't off-road, or at least I don't. So it sounded a little bit more fun. Spending time learning the basics on the 500-acre ranch that Overland has had made me feel like we could figure out the rest. The stabilizer disconnect bars seemed easy to use. The cameras made sure Becca and I didn't fall off the logs. And the crawl control was a nice, easy way out if we didn't trust our own left foot braking. But it wasn't just us there. There were folks who live and breathe and push this version of the aftermarket community forward in a way I had never met before. Adam from Toyota, Colin and Rachel with their cute little baby Slate, another Rachel, Dwight from Mountain Yodas, Mike from Going Farther, David from Trailbound LX 470, and Ryan as a camp host. Together, these folks probably own a minority share in Blundstones, guaranteed. But something felt way different about this group and this culture, and it was something that I think you and I both miss sometimes in the car world. Authenticity, pure joy, if you will. Even during rock climbing, or well, actual rock climbing, the speed of this world is just different. Maybe we're just newbies, and because of that, we always feel like the grass is greener on the other side. But Dwight got a nail in his foot on the way up to South Meadow Lake, and I have never experienced someone so chill, just handle it, and then hop in the lake literally an hour later like nothing ever happened because he didn't want to miss out on the experience. Rachel, or Sunray on the internet, climbing up onto a rock with Becca to jump into what might have been the coldest water I have ever touched because you just have to do it if you're there. Complete strangers that in a matter of a day already started treating each other and me and you like a close family. It's why I've always loved the car scene. I don't know about you, but I've always had a tough time with family. half of mine lives in Mexico, and the other half aren't really around to stay close. I was raised to be independent, and so I am, which means seeing people like giggle together and enjoy this idea of like summer camp felt really weird to me at first. And it wasn't something that I was initially used to, but it was something that I really started to crave. And we've done such incredible things with Martini Works together to kind of have some of that feeling. Meta Martini, same thing. And even with this channel, the one thing that we've always tried to do is try to make people feel safe. But this year has been tough for a lot of people to feel like that, because honestly, it's been kind of a bad year. Takeovers, people using the downfall of events to try and promote themselves, bickering, arguing, fighting for the top of the hill. Some days, it's just not fun to be a part of, at least for me. So how do we fix it? Most people would leave it. You see posts like that all the time, or just give up on it outright. But I don't think that's the right decision. We're here enjoying this beautiful day of swimming, target practice, and mountain biking because we didn't give up. So why does this feel different? One thing I found really fun about off-roading is why people do it. Dwight told me all about his trips to Telluride, which is a real place. Smoky Mountains, up the PNW, and into the mountains that I didn't even know existed. And when I asked him why he would do this, because it is a patient sport, he said adrenaline, adventure, seeing something new, exploring weird stuff, connecting to nature in a unique way, camaraderie in the community, problem solving, and it's just plain fun. It's not about the thing, it's about the experience. The memory of making it to the viewpoint or to see the sunrise. The reward isn't external, it's internal. And take a look into any argument about the car scene today, and you'll find people pointing fingers at TikTok or Instagram, car builds meant to grow engagement, and controversial hot takes to get a share. The argument is that the action of the hobby is for validation with everyone else. But here, on top of a mountain or on a bike, we're not doing this for validation. We're doing it for the experience. The memory that we'll get to tell our friends or family one day, 5 days, or 20 years from now. There was a time where a lot of what we built or drove was a bit of the same thing for fun. And man, does it feel good when you and I do it right, when they do it right, when you get to meet new friends and feel the same way you do as when you just experience something new for the very first time. You get to experience a place like going to Japan for the first time. If you've been there, you know what I mean. That feeling is our why, and cars are supposed to be our what. And even though I don't even think I want to hear this, I think we all need to take a chapter out of the overlanding book right now and get back to the things that make us enjoy our version of this, whether it's for trucks, off-roading, overlanding, show cars, or racing. Because for every Rachel exploring Kazakhstan right now, there's a Lars chasing his dream to drive professionally. For every Dwight trying to teach rookies like me about portals, which are apparently a very important thing in the overlanding world, there's me trying to explain to you about wheel offset, because that's a really important thing you need to know. For every Mike getting us the coolest drone shots in the world, there's an aspiring photographer at a car show snagging photos of people's car for free to make those people feel special. Adam and the team at Toyota absolutely accomplished their mission of making people like me realize that these trucks are meant to enable your lifestyle and enjoy the thing that you want to enjoy. Solid trucks, they're good trucks, okay? They don't take away and they don't try to make their part of the journey the most important thing. They just want to make sure that you're able to do it. In a stock truck, that's pretty cool. And if you're still listening to me here, I think the car scene needs some of that too. You and I. Because leaving this place to come back home was actually one of the first times I felt like I yearned for something in a very long time, which was a feeling of not wanting to leave. The opportunity to try something new can always teach us so much. It can teach us to open our eyes or to let things go. And for this trip, I think it taught me that we need to get back to doing things because of the memory that they make. That's what the car community has been missing, and we need to bring it back. Maybe. Or I'm out of my mind. Either way, let me know if you agree, and of course, thanks Adam and the team for having me out. Overland, you're absolutely lovely the entire time, and to the group that I got to meet, you're some of the most wholesome new friends I've ever met. I'm AlexMartini. I hope you subscribed, and if you did, I'll see you tomorrow.